rules.
That doesn't matter. It's a principle, isn't it? So you can discriminate against them since they're 85%. Okay, fair enough. Vivek Srivastava says, we don't trust the Hindu priests. They will pocket everything. Let me bring in Sai Deepak. He's been an open advocate. He is an advocate of the Supreme Court, but he's also been an open advocate for this cause. Sai Deepak, what do you make of what Vivek Srivastava has tried to tell us today?
So I appreciate Mr. Srivastava's honesty, and I'm very happy that he's reflected the true position of the left. And I'm grateful to him for publicly having stated the left's position. If I had said this, I'd have been accused of lying and whatnot. I'm so grateful that he's put out the facts in public domain. Second, I don't know if Mr. Vivek Srivastava can speak as confidently with respect to the proportion of the Brahmin community let's say, in holding priestly positions across temples. I think people should actually undertake a survey and find out how many temples actually have Brahmin priests. That's a question that we need to ask. People don't even know what they're talking about. Okay? Second, I want to understand what is the Quraishi or the Sayyid composition of people holding top positions within the Muslim community, especially within the religious institutions. Also, I don't know if Mr. Vivek Srivastava is aware of the fact that from the Konkan to the Malabar, you have churches which are called Brahmin churches, you have Dalit churches, so on and so forth, where even Christian institutions are actually divided on caste lines. Surprisingly, the left seems to be silent about it, or perhaps not so surprisingly. So I don't know what to say. I really don't see the point in countering him on anything because he's actually put out his position so beautifully that I just hope that you play it on loop continuously so that people listen to it over and over again and understand what is the true nature of the left. That they believe that the Brahmin community is exclusively corrupt and the Brahmin community must be weeded out of this particular institution. Replace the Brahmin community with any other community and ask yourself if this is the kind of language that could have been used for any other community in this country. I'm sorry to say this is not anti-Brahminism. This is stark anti-Brahmin hatred on display. This is the fact. But this has always been the nature of the left because the left is clearly interested in demolishing the fundamental edifice of Hindu Dharma. And therefore, anyone who represents the knowledge tradition of the Hindu Dharma, not just the Brahmins, anyone else who is also Brahminical is something that they can't digest. So I'm very, very happy that he said what he said. I will not rebut anything that he has said. Factually, he's got it completely wrong. But the principled position of the left, if at all they have any principles, has come out so brilliantly. I'm grateful to him for that. I have nothing more to say.
Sai Deepak, a beginning has been made. Let me put these questions out to also the TRS, Khaliqur Rahman. Mr. Rahman, thank you very much for participating in this debate. In your state too, a large number of temples are under state management. When are you going to free them?
Rahul, are you done with the question or you have any other question?
This is the first question, sir. We can go along.
Okay. Okay. Rahul, first of all, because in your initial remarks, you said that let us not politicize this debate, and you also brought in some political leaders speaking, and then you said that because they are giving their political, opinions on this.
No, Mr. Rahman, just answer my question. Don't give me a sermon. I'm simply asking you, when is your state government going to follow the example of the Uttarakhand government and free temples from state control? Very simple question.
I'm coming to your question. As far as the Char Dham Devasthanam bill is concerned, because, it is the BJP there in Uttarakhand which brought in this bill. I mean, there was nothing wrong in bringing the bill, but what the BJP should have done is BJP should have actually, had the proper consultation with the priests, taken everyone into confidence, and the same thing they did in the former.
Sir, that bill is gone.
I don't want to bring in here.
Fair enough.
No, let me speak. Let me complete. So that's the thing. So as far the Devasthanams are concerned, because the Devasthanams are not totally under the government control, because what's happening is because there are Devasthanams, and then there are, the state government nominees there, which only look, supervise the affairs and the management of the temple and the institutions. So this is what it is. So don't just unnecessarily, come to the conclusion that the temples are totally.
Sir, can I ask you a small question? Mr. Rahman, since you're waxing eloquent about Devasthanam boards, who sets them up?
See, the Devasthanam board came into existence.
No, who sets them up?
No, that's what I'm telling, because they have come into existence through the Hindu Religious Charitable Act. So under that provision,
Yes,
these
so
Devasthanams were set up by the government.
Yes, so state government set them up, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So then I'm asking you, why do you set them up?
Because
You don't trust the Hindu community to run its own affairs?
They are all governed by the act, and they
No,
are
I know,
proper
so why don't you
representation
scrap
from-
it like Uttarakhand has done?
So don't just simply jump into conclusion.
I'm not
that the
jumping to
government is
conclusion.
controlling
Why do you
the
manage?
government is
I'm
controlling.
asking you, sir, why do you manage Hindu temples but not the religious places of other denominations? Why only Hindu?
Again, you are coming back to the political, the
I'm not,
divisive
it's
thing
not a
again,
political
actually.
question. It is a very basic. How is
We are
this
talking
political?
about the temple issue. Let us confine
How
our
is this political,
debate to
sir?
that.
How is it a political? You've made it into a
See.
political issue, you see?
No.
By playing. No. You are playing.
Switch to Urdu or Hindi, he'll understand the question better.
Okay, Sai Deepak, would you like to respond? You're raising your hand.
Yeah, Mrs. Yeah.
क्या है मैं आपको थोड़ा सवाल समझा देता हूँ सवाल ये है
Yeah.
कि जो अधिनियम सिर्फ मंदिरों पे लागू होता है वो मस्जिदों पे या गिरजाघरों पे लागू क्यों नहीं होता है ये पॉलिटिकल सवाल नहीं है सर ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल सवाल है अनुच्छेद 14 के बेसिस पे ये सवाल आपसे पूछा जा रहा है
Mr. Sai Deepak, Mr. Sai Deepak, I have very well understood the question of Mr. Rahul.
No, then
But he doesn't want to answer
The
it.
question of Mr. Rahul. So what I am trying to tell you is because see, even for the temples, they are devasthanam, and which are set up under the particular act, and it is the devasthanams which manage the affairs of the temple. So likewise, even for the other religious bodies, there are the management boards which manage the affairs of the country, which has the representation of the government.
Mr. Sai Deepak wants to come in. Yes, Mr. Deepak, go ahead.
Is it your position?
Coming to you, Ms. Verma. 30 seconds,
Is
please.
it your position that the extent of government control with respect to temples is the same as the extent of government control in mosques and churches? That's the simple question. Yes or no? Is that your position? Is that your position? Yes or no?
No, I'll tell you, because whether it is any other religion, they are all set up under the respective acts. And accordingly, they are all being managed.
I'm asking you whether with respect to the extent of control in these religious institutions, is it the same?
Mr. Sai Deepak, you are trying to do it.
आपको सवाल समझ में नहीं आया तो मैं इससे ज्यादा क्या करूं? मैं क्या इसको हरे के सामने ओढ़ के लेके आऊं?
Okay, one second. Let me bring no one. Okay, Mr. Sai Deepak, why is there such reluctance?
For the BJP,
Mr. Sai Deepak, why is there such reluctance?
Their religion is their politics.
Let's cut to the
Yogi
chase.
Adityanath is not using control of
Why is there
Gorakhnath.
such reluctance on the part
of
a Akhilesh Yadav to champion this cause? Please tell me.
See, since I'm not the mouthpiece of any particular party, I might as well say this for a fact, that no political party is going to give up control over temples unless and until there is a significant degree of pressure from the public. And that's exactly what has happened as far as Uttarakhand is concerned. The only thing is, fortunately, the government of Uttarakhand has taken cognizance of this. De rai durust hai, lekin ho to gaya at the very least. Second, I don't expect certain other parties to take any such decision in the first place because their anti-Hindu animus is crystal clear.
Shut him down.
And whether it's the Communist Party or any other party or FP for that matter, I'm sorry to say their position is much more ideological as far as this particular issue is concerned. That doesn't mean that the BJP or any other party can get a free pass as far as this issue is concerned because, as I say, on the question of principle, none of these parties will take a position unless and until there is pressure from the ground.
There you go. Viewers, you have a choice. Yeah, very quick. Sanju Verma, quick response.